Allow your awareness to settle softly into the stillness that underlies all experience, like a vast, tranquil lake whose surface ripples endlessly with reflections, yet whose depths remain untouched, serene, and immeasurably calm. Notice how every sensation, every thought, every flicker of emotion appears upon that surface, as if it were separate, distinct, something to be grasped or avoided. Yet when you look deeper, you realize there is no essence in the waves themselves, only the pure, unchanging water that gives them their life in their passing form. You are invited now to gently rest in this profound truth, that all experience, all phenomena, all seeming events and entities are nothing more than reflections upon the mirror of your own boundless awareness, sparkling briefly and dissolving back into the luminous field of presence that you truly are. Breathe in this radiant realization slowly, allowing it to unfurl through every fiber of your being like the first delicate rays of dawn sweeping across a still, glassy pond. See how the mind, like a restless surface, attempts to categorize and cling to the images that arise, believing them to be solid and separate, when in fact they are only patterns of light and shadow dancing upon the mirror's smooth expanse. These reflections, the faces, the places, the sensations, the stories, do not exist apart from you. They are inseparable from the clear, vast space in which they appear, inseparable from the silent presence that has always been watching, always been here. Feel the immense relief that blooms when you release the need to identify with the mirror's images, when you stop chasing the flickering forms, and instead rest effortlessly as the mirror itself, unmoved, unblemished, infinitely spacious. Imagine the mirror of your awareness as a perfect, boundless sky, endlessly holding the endless parade of clouds drifting through its vast openness. Each cloud is unique. Some are light and fluffy, others dark and heavy, but no cloud can alter the sky's nature. No storm can diminish its vastness. The sky does not cling to the clouds or reject them. It simply holds them with an impartial, gentle embrace, knowing that their coming and going is the very poetry of its love. You are like that sky, the silent witness that shines through every passing experience, never diminished, never altered by the forms that appear and vanish. This is the exquisite freedom of your true nature, to know that you are the unshakable space in which all things are seen, but whose essence remains untouched by the fleeting drama of appearances. Allow yourself to feel the profound spaciousness that arises when you stop resisting the mirror's reflections and instead meet them with a soft, curious kindness. Each sensation, each thought, each emotion is simply a ripple upon the surface, a wave of light playing upon the water, neither good nor bad, neither permanent nor absent. Notice how the moment you stop pushing against these reflections, the tension dissolves, and a gentle ease pervades your entire being. This ease is the natural state of awareness itself, unforced, unbound, effortlessly present. You are not the images. You are the clarity that allows the images to be. You are the canvas, the stage, the infinite screen upon which the entire spectrum of life's colors appears and disappears, forever unchanging and eternally free. Consider now how the mirror itself has no preference, no judgment, no attachment. It does not seek to hold on to the pleasant reflections, nor shun the unpleasant. It simply reflects all with perfect neutrality and grace. This mirror is your own awareness, vast and neutral, infinitely patient and profoundly wise. It is the gentle light that illuminates the entire theater of your experience without ever becoming entangled in the play. When you rest as this mirror, you discover that the stories of pain, joy, loss, and triumph are not who you are. They are the reflections passing across your surface, ephemeral and insubstantial. The mirror knows no history, no future. It exists only as the radiant presence in which all time-bound images arise and dissolve. This timeless presence is your true home. the unshakable ground beneath the shifting waves of life. Feel the subtle power that arises when you allow yourself to become intimate with this mirror, to recognize it not as something distant or separate, but as the very essence of your being right now. There is a vast, tender intelligence in this recognition, a profound liberation that awakens when the illusion of separation is seen through and the unity of all experience is embraced. The mirror is not merely a passive surface. It is alive with the silent, vibrant energy of pure consciousness, radiating a depthless stillness that quietly absorbs and reflects the entire universe without resistance. To dwell as this mirror is to know the exquisite paradox of being both infinitely spacious and intimately connected to every reflection that graces your presence. Let your attention drift now to the delicate interplay between the surface and the depths, between the reflections and the mirror itself. Notice how often the mind confuses the waves for the ocean, the image for the source. This confusion creates a restless yearning, a ceaseless grasping for something outside of yourself, somewhere beyond the fleeting reflections. Yet in the mirror's truth, you find that all longing dissolves into the recognition that what you seek is already here, already the light by which all shadows are seen. The mirror does not need to chase the reflections, nor does it require them to be any different. It simply is, effortlessly complete and whole. You are invited now to relax into this exquisite completeness, to let go of the endless search and rest as the unchanging clarity that holds all experience with perfect love. As you continue to breathe gently, allow the mirror of awareness to open wider, embracing not only the pleasant reflections, but also those that feel heavy, confusing, or painful. See how even the shadows, the distortions, the fractured images, all find their place upon this vast surface, reflected with equal acceptance and infinite tenderness. The mirror does not flinch from anything. It simply includes all, knowing that each reflection arises to reveal a unique facet of its own boundless nature. This inclusion is the heart of non-duality, the seamless wholeness in which all dualities dissolve, where light and shadow, joy and sorrow, self and other are recognized as inseparable expressions of the same luminous presence. You have arrived in the sacred space where the mirror's perfect neutrality offers you a sanctuary beyond all division. Feel the spacious freedom that blooms when you stop identifying with the reflections and instead rest as the mirror itself. The pure, radiant awareness that simply allows all forms to be exactly as they are. This freedom is not distant or future-bound. It is available now, in this very breath, this very moment. You are the silent witness, the vast open sky, the still lake reflecting stars without clinging to any of them. In this recognition, you find a deep, abiding peace that transcends all stories, all judgments, all fears. The mirror of awareness invites you to lay down the burden of separation and to rise into the effortless joy of simply being the luminous space in which all experience unfolds, perfectly whole, perfectly free. Allow your awareness to soften now into the gentle, unshakable stillness that lies beneath all the shifting images of your experience, as if you were gazing into a vast, perfectly polished mirror that reflects every passing moment with infinite clarity, yet remains untouched by the ripples that dance upon its surface. Notice how this mirror does not cling to any single reflection, no matter how vivid or compelling, but simply holds each one with effortless grace, as though the images are guests arriving and departing without leaving a trace upon its crystalline expanse. You are this mirror, pure, luminous awareness, holding the totality of your life's unfolding without judgment or attachment, witnessing everything that arises and dissolves as mere patterns of light and shadow upon the unchanging depth of your own being. Feel the profound spaciousness that opens when you recognize that every thought, every feeling, every sensation, and every story is but a reflection upon this vast inner surface, dancing in and out of focus, transient, and ultimately insubstantial. As you rest here, gently observe the subtle interplay between the mirror's surface and the reflected images, noticing how the mirror remains completely whole and undisturbed, no matter how turbulent or still the reflections may be. The storms of emotion, the flickering thoughts, the vivid memories, they come and go like clouds passing across a clear sky, temporarily coloring the reflection, yet never altering the sky itself. This sky, this mirror, is your unchanging essence, infinitely vast and serene, holding all experiences without resistance or preference. Feel the relief that arises from realizing you are not the waves that rise and fall upon the ocean's surface, but the vast, endless ocean itself, deep, calm, and unshaken beneath every passing tide. You are the silent witness to every reflection, the clear stillness in which all mirrors come alive and dissolve, endlessly renewing the miracle of presence. Imagine now a serene lake at dawn, its surface perfectly still, reflecting the entire landscape in exquisite detail. The trees, the mountains, the soft hues of early morning light. Yet beneath this mirror-like surface, the lake remains untouched by the images it holds. It is the lake itself, timeless and whole. See how the reflections shift with the gentlest breeze or a passing bird, changing shape and color. Yet the lake remains one seamless, boundless presence. Your awareness is just like this lake, holding the myriad reflections of your experience, yet forever unstained and unbound by them. This understanding brings a profound liberation as you recognize that all your experiences, no matter how intense or subtle, are simply appearances upon the surface of your true nature, reflections that arise and vanish without ever diminishing the vastness of your being. Feel into the gentle paradox that arises here. Though the mirror holds no form of its own, it contains everything. Like the mirror, your awareness is utterly formless, yet it perfectly reflects the entirety of your life, every joy and sorrow, every thought and sensation, without bias or distortion. This awareness is the silent space in which all dualities dissolve, where light and shadow, pain and pleasure, loss and gain meet and merge into a seamless whole. You are the mirror that reveals the endless dance of experience, the silent presence that never wavers, the boundless field in which all appearances come to life and fade away. There is a profound relief in surrendering to this truth, releasing the desperate grasping for permanence in the fleeting reflections, and instead resting deeply in the knowing that the essence beneath all forms is untouched, pristine, and free. As you continue to rest as this mirror of awareness, notice how the restless mind often tries to separate itself from certain reflections, labeling some as good, others as bad, some as true, others as false. Yet none of these judgments affect the mirror's clarity. The mirror does not choose which images to hold or discard. It simply mirrors everything with perfect equanimity. This impartiality is the heart of your true nature, the vast, loving space that holds all contradictions without conflict, all multiplicities without fragmentation. You are this spacious presence, infinitely patient and infinitely wise, able to hold the entire spectrum of your life's experiences without effort or resistance. Feel the immense relief that comes with releasing the need to identify exclusively with any one reflection, and instead, resting as the mirror that effortlessly holds them all. Consider the subtle interplay between the mirror and the reflections once more. The reflections depend entirely on the mirror for their appearance, yet the mirror remains independent of them. Without the mirror, the reflections have no place to arise, yet the mirror does not depend on any reflection for its existence. This is the exquisite dance of existence and essence, form and emptiness, appearance and reality. You are the mirror that gives space for all reflections to appear, the ever-present ground in which the entire universe of experience unfolds. This understanding is not a distant philosophical concept, but a living, breathing truth that you can feel in the very core of your being. It is the radiant liberation of knowing that no matter what appears on the surface of your awareness, you are untouched, unbroken, and whole. Allow now the gentle recognition to arise that every experience you have ever had, every joy and sorrow, every triumph and failure, is a reflection upon this mirror of awareness, momentary and fleeting, yet entirely held within the infinite expanse of your being. There is no need to cling to any image or push any away, for they are simply waves upon the ocean of your consciousness, passing through and then dissolving back into the vastness. Feel the exquisite freedom that blooms when you release the illusion that any reflection defines or limits you, and instead embrace the boundless, formless mirror that holds them all with perfect grace. This freedom is the profound gift of non-duality, the realization that you are always already complete, always already home. The mirror in which every reflection shines and disappears without ever touching the pure, radiant surface beneath. Breathe deeply into this knowing, allowing the layers of separation to gently fall away like autumn leaves, revealing the luminous mirror of your true nature, vast and serene, reflecting all experience without attachment or fear. You are the mirror of awareness, always present, always clear, always holding all things with a tender, unbreakable love. Let yourself rest here now, in this spacious freedom, this profound relief, this radiant presence that is the very essence of who you are.